26th of October 2023. This news flash I'm going to talk about the ANC, specifically about this Minister Zulu. She is in charge of SASSA and all those things. But she was also one of the 6 that were controlling all our lives during the pestilence. And I'm sure most can remember the horrors they unleashed on the country. And from the recent releases of that Pfizer contract, it's quite obvious they were fully aware of the dangers of that shit. But we had to take it because they have got full control. And the people were fucking stupid enough to comply. And the tragedy is, during that period that South Africa were basically bombarded with destruction bombs in our economy, small businesses were wiped out. People lost their jobs, all of that cock. And then they came in with a conciliatory prize of that fucking COVID grant, which we also know many people didn't even get that. But they destroyed the economy. And lo and behold, during that period of brutal suffering by the community, the people, these fuckers voted themselves a salary increase. Now, if you cannot understand that there is absolutely no alternative but to get rid of all fucking politicians, there's something wrong with you. But listen to her latest fucking brain fart. Lindiwe Zulu confirms basic income grant is on the cards. What the fuck is that? Where does she thinks the money will come from to do that shit? They can't even keep up with the current SASSA payments. Now they want to bring a basic income grant. And the people must understand, this is part of the XXX plan. You will own nothing and be happy. But they also have a plan for the useless eaters. I just cannot imagine what it will be that they will execute in South Africa, how the colour is going to be done here. We can see how they're doing it now in Gaza, and we saw how they did it in Libya and in Yemen and in Iraq and in Afghanistan, and we see how they're doing it in Ukraine. We saw how they did it in Yugoslavia, but I'm not so sure how they're going to do it here. But let's wait and see. The people keep on voting for this cock, and Moses 6 verse 6 is clear. Stupid people must suffer. Listen to this. Minister of Social Development Lindiwe Zulu says she will approach Cabinet to approve the draft policy on the basic income grant before it's fully implemented. Zulu said moves are already afoot to extend the social relief of distress grant of $350 to the unemployed until 2026. What the fuck is she talking about? We want to see if that grant is actually going to be paid at the end of this month. This government is totally fucking bankrupt. They're living day by day on loans. But she wants to implement a basic income grant. But that is how it works. Given the ongoing vulnerability of the beneficiaries to hunger and poverty because of continuing high unemployment and the escalating food prices, the department is proposing the extension of the SRD until the end of 2025-26 financial year. This will allow the department to finalize the basic income support policy on more permanent and sustainable intervention. How about by fucking stimulating the economy so that people can start creating jobs? How about that? No, you cannot do that type of cuck. Nobody must work. Nobody must have a job. This 43% unemployment is a fucking joke. We have to go for 73%. People, we are in deep shit in the country. And then listen to this fucking one. Megan S. tweeted, unbelievable. I can now say I have heard it all. They opted to buy boats to ferry students instead of building a bridge, which any intelligent person would do. Take note, intelligent person. Intelligence is something that is fucking a rare commodity in this country's management system. And I've read another article about this shit. Of the 4 boats they provided, only 1 is still functional, and during the season when the river's not full and it's just a low-level river, they cannot use the boat because the boat hits the bottom. So the children must still wade through the water. But that is what they do to their own people. And then they've got fucking big mouths about us. But this is what they do to their own people. And then they want to sing in the choir for fucking Palestine. But look what they are doing to their own people. And then Barry van der Walt responded to Kabona Alfred. Kabona Alfred tweeted, the ANC and EF politicians, together with their pulpit, don't hate apartheid. They hate white South Africans. The pulpit doesn't hate oppression. They hate whites. And then Barry responded, the great hate of whites is because the fools in the ANC cannot achieve what whites achieved during the period up to 94. They are too much of a savage thieves to achieve anything constructive because it takes intelligence and working brains. Well, that is what it is. That is what it is. I'm in discussion with a guy that is associated to one of the black think tanks. And this afternoon he asked me, how did the apartheid regime cope with the teenage pregnancies? And I explained to him that in the white population that was something that was not tolerated, and many girls, if they should become pregnant unmarried, they were kicked out of their homes by their parents, and there were safe havens for these women, but the community rejected that concept, and that is what it is. But it is my opinion that the onset of the child grant is what has unleashed the massive social problem in the black communities now. That is a fucking breeding program, that's nothing else. But they don't want to see it like that. And there's reports of girls of 12-year-old coming in for prenatal care. Think about that. But that is another total topic on its own. The fact of the matter is we are sitting in a situation today where the country is going to hell. And those that are in charge, ministers like this, I mean, anybody with a working mind and brain will only sit and talk to her for 5 minutes and realize that you are actually talking to a retard. But she's in charge. And then there's a lot of blacks that admire the Chinese economic model. Try and imagine for a moment, what position will this woman get in the Chinese system? Imagine that. Try and think about that. And take into consideration the Chinese only appoint graduates into their management system. The best of the best. Not the best of the best. But in South Africa, it's reversed. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing. And I would suggest that you join my Telegram channel and make sure you just there, because this platform doesn't like this shit that I'm talking. Have a great day.